down.
All right, we're ready.
Good evening. We call the meeting to order. Secretary, do we have four? We do. First item on the agenda tonight is review of the minutes.
You can, in your blue folders, have a copy of the minutes behind the today's agenda.
I'm sorry.
Really got to swear in, Kenzie.
All right.
I'm sure you been here. You're not there today?
Yeah, you better know it was actually her.
Yes, I missed the last one. Yes. Good, very expensive scare, but then like got better. So,
Nice.
all worked out. Swearing me.
I said Kenzie will be sworn in at a later date.
Yeah, let me go with that real quick.
Think someday that they would update that.
Wouldn't you know? You're not going to
Require politicians to agree with what.
That's right, that's right.
I don't think any of us want to duel like
No.
That's the only thing holding me back.
Sometimes you're really excited. All right, Miss Kenzie, if you'll stand and raise your right hand, I'll swear at you.
Okay.
I'll say aye, and you say your name, and then we'll continue, okay? I
Kenzie Heisel.
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of this Commonwealth, be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky, so long as I continue a citizen thereof, that I will faithfully execute to the best of my ability the office of Boyle County Extension District Board Member according to law, and I do further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, I, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state nor out of it, nor have I sent or accepted the challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have I acted as second in carrying the challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending, so help me God.
I do.
All right. And you'll need to sign. That, yeah, and then if someone either that's better than the person on the full spot, not. Yeah.
You can still dual legally. I think it's Texas. You're just not free to consequences. Texas for a while. It's because I'm not still. No,
I brought it to be kept because I was like, I don't want to turn it. Get that.
I'm officially here then.
You're official.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gus.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow, that's this week. Okay.
That's Gus. We'll proceed to the secretary.
In your blue folder behind the agenda, you will find the last minutes from January 27th. I did catch myself, under the previous review of minutes, I said that they were from 10/7 of 2025. Apparently I can read the future. I will correct that, because that is 10/7 before. My apologies. I'm just pleased that I put 25 over it.
The correct spelling is wrong. So the president.
What is it? What did I say?
Is E-N, like a kernel or drop the L. Everybody does it. And everybody does it.
And I do that too, and then I will correct it as well.
It's either O-N or A-N.
And according to my daughter, my last name is not Porter. There's a missing R in there. It's great. So at least there's not that.
For any additions, corrections, please carry this motion to approve.
Motion.
Secretary has made the motion to approve the reading of the minutes. Second by Boyle, correct. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please say aye.
Aye.
Vote nay. Motion is passed. Next item is the treasurer's report. Mark Newell, you have the floor.
Okay, so the document that you have today without any numbers on it is reconciliations. The first 6 pages will be for the CDs that we had, they did get $250,000. Page 7 is for the West South money market. In the month of January, you gained $5,882.93 in interest and $628 in fees. One account is missing from these reconciliations, and that's your farmers have to maintain checking account. And currently they're taking the time to get all the whole checks off the books. And so they had one that was still remaining, and so the beginning balance was off by $284. The ending balance off by $284. So the month of January, we're fine. We're just waiting on them to put the journal entry in and bring it back in. And as soon as that's done, I'll reconcile and have it put in all together. So if there's no questions on the reconciliations, I'll move on to the financials. Okay,
All right, can I get a copy?
you're good. I know it sounds like people.
Where are we at now?
It's going on the financials, going for big number 1 that we're at.
Okay.
Okay, on here, the big number 1 upper right paper on, if you look at the little number 1, that is, our current assets in the bank account, and currently has distributed across 6 CDs, each valued 250,000. A farmers national bank main checking at around 2.36 million, and we also have money market at around 1.52 million. For a grand total of $5,388,040.03. The little 2 represents the sales tax payable that we're working on, and I've reached out to Scenario because we have now made a payment, and I think that it should be applied to that, so I do think it'll go away by next month to come in. But for now, it is still showing. Number 3, continues to be our only net as the capable bonds payable. So we'll have another payment on that till June, and that'll be interest on payment.
On that,
So that's basically what we have on the building.
Yeah,
CDs, are they all around the same rate,
they were not,
different rates?
yeah, because they were varying maturities as well.
Okay,
I think it started out at 6 months and it continued on the 2.5 or 3 years now, just multiple years. I can look up if you need.
okay, no, I'm just curious if they set rates for all of them, or very regularly.
That is very, I think the minimum from 3.7 was like 4.1. Okay, the page with the big number 3 in the upper right. Okay, on that page, little number 1 represents the taxes that we received in January. They came out to $274,995.99. The little number 2 is the amount of interest that we gained for January, and that was $9,931.91. The little number 3 is professional services, and that continues to be the cleaning services that we have. Little number 4 is maintenance repairs. It was up a little bit this month, but we had snow removal twice, and then we had that triangle floor here that we knew was coming. Number 5, that's the materials and supplies. I'm still waiting for credit cards right now, so that will break down to the categories. For now, it's in the parent. On the next page, the big number 4 in the upper right, and little number 6 represents main fees. That's the well south. The fees that I just mentioned was $636.61. Page the big number 5, number 7. That was a handheld mic installation and then a new computer dock, monitor base for the equipment purchases. And then little number 8 for the building improvements. That was the controllable project for the handicap accessible. And the page with the big number 6 in the upper right, that little number 1, they count 41,000, shows the amount of tax that we received for the year. And so far, we've received 88.48% of the budget amount for a total of $2,263,502.28. The little number 2 is your interest earned as account 44,001. We do not budget for this, but you have gained $82,402.60 in interest this year. account 51,100 to 75%, that's where we want it to be, we paid 3/4 of the payments to UK so far. The number 4 is maintenance repairs, we're currently at 83%. This runs through March currently for the budget, so we got 3 months left, so I think we'll be okay, we'll keep an eye on it. The little number 5 is vehicle insurance, as you know, we went up this year, so we're over on it at 151%. The little number 6 is utilities, we're only at 40.36%, the previous years we had extensive crisis during the winter time. Our HVAC system potentially ran, but it's really over the other state issues year after year. So it's finally getting back under control. I expect that to stay down for coming years. At this point. Next page, big number 7, down to the little number 7. That's your marketing and special programs. We're at almost 58%, with only 3 months to go. The next page is big number 8. And little number 8 is your audit expense. We're currently at 86%. I do think we'll get our audit done this year, but we're in the middle of tax season, so I wouldn't anticipate it before probably April or May at this point. They just aren't going to not deal with it. Number 9 is the bank fees. That's gonna be over this year because we budgeted for the CACO fees only. And since then, we've got the well south fees on top of the well south camp. Number 10 is your building insurance, which is over, as we know, 38%. And then number 11 is your trade responding coming in at lower at 78%. 12 and 13 goes back to your CACO payments. 12 is the principal payment that we made back in December. 13 is the interest payment that we made on. And then pages 10 through 13 are all the checks that were written in January. You can really put it up in this. Do you have any questions on those?
Questions for Mark?
On page,
For a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Barry's not here, so I'll go ahead and make the motion.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Judge Meyer. Discussion.
I have a
Favor,
question.
please say aye.
Sorry, I do have a question. Do we need to officially vote on updating the staff names on page 4? It could be the answer is no, I just wasn't sure. Because we have Alexis and Heather and Debbie.
We can,
Yeah,
we can see, we can get each other.
okay, cool. I just didn't know if we needed to do anything.
Yeah, it's a plus.
Oh, I think.
Okay.
Forward to approve the treasurer's report. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion is passed. In the meantime, our chair has arrived. So we will turn the floor over to you.
Yeah, it was, so the trip had some changes to where, what we can talk about that after the meeting, but anyway, sorry for being late. I had to get the kids to places, so, anyway, here we are. I did not get a copy of the agenda.
It's in the.
Oh, I didn't go through it over yet. But welcome. I'm sorry I wasn't here for the last meeting either, so, I had a work engagement that I couldn't get away from. I was presenting at that, so, thank you. Welcome to 2025, for everybody. But, with that, Mark, appreciate your treasurer's report, and we will move forward to the farmers market request.
Right, Barry, do you wanna? So I just started, that's your show, we got 2 requests in, aside from our annual meeting, which is next Saturday, is the facilities. One is our normal rain day request for farmers market season. The way that works is we usually try to make a decision by Friday at noon. If the weather won't be conducive to holding it at Common Square, and then we put a proper signage and move it out here. That's really important to us because it gives us the opportunity for people like bakers and everything else that have already prepared for market day to still have a place to sell their goods. So they really appreciate that. Then we also have a request in to use the building one time in November, just before Thanksgiving for a holiday market, which is where we sell jams and gift baskets and all that stuff produced by our local farmers.
And then I had both the facility use requests here from events, where y'all.
When you said the date in November, you labeled that as something.
Yes,
I
let me
missed
look
that.
up these tabulated rates.
November 22nd, is that the November date?
So that's double check. It's not notorious for telling people wrong dates. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for the presentation. Is there any discussion on this matter at all by the board?
We've used this, but we've used this facility previously for the rainy day policy. So I see no reason to do that.
And the holiday market as well.
Yeah.
Been used for years.
Been lovely guests.
Can I get that in form of a motion from somebody?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Danny. Motion been made and seconded to approve the request to use facilities on rainy days as needed, and then a winter market on November 22nd. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Passes.
Hey.
Thank you all.
Thank you. And if I could just take a minute to invite everyone, April 26th, we will be having a joint Earth Day celebration at the farmers market, and it's our opening day. So I love it. Everyone can go. Thank you.
So does that mean instead of the Earth Day event being held out here, it'll all be a Constitution?
All your Constitution Square.
Um,
Yeah. And then we've got, I think, both facilities reserved for the rain day on that, just in case. But it is a damn.
Very good. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. We really appreciate you guys.
And for the notes, can I have your name?
Yes, Jeff Jewell.
That's who you were. You can't be saying. Thank you.
Moving on, youth investment.
I'm Dr. Beth Johnson. Apologize for just getting here at 5:30. Went to the sheep and goat sale over in Richmond today and I had to leave before my animals got sold, but anyways. As you all probably know, we had our last year, we had our first sale here at the extension office. I think it went really, really good. Everybody was very pleased with it. This year, there is a Kentucky Proud District show down in Liberty on the Friday and Saturday, right after Labor Day. So we've gone ahead and talked to all the participants, and Barry helped us out with, saying that it was already reserved for that week as well. So we went ahead and selected September the 11th to reserve rooms 104 to 107, the kitchen area, and then the pavilion out back for our investment and youth sale in September. So, and once again, I invite everybody to come and see the animals, and hopefully looking forward to another successful show season. So.
Barry, you get the paperwork for that one?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Anybody have any questions? I'll be glad to answer.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion been made. Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Dr. Beth, thank you, Dr. Thompson. Appreciate your work with Tyler and stuff on that.
Yes, yeah, no, I mean, Tyler's been great to work with, so I appreciate it, because I didn't, he tells us when all the dates and everything, and we're gonna, so, yeah, I appreciate it. And I heard you mention something about the daylight savings. Yeah, I'm dragging. I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Johnson. Take care. All right. Moving on to the next order of business, the cleaning crew contract.
Barry. What I have here is the renewal for the cleaning services with company we currently use, which is Commercial Hygienics. They did not change anything, there was no price increase. Same services, everything, their current contract expires at the end of April of this year. And, I don't think we get a meeting again until June.
Maybe June.
Yeah, so want to go ahead and get this in and see if we can get this renewed.
First of all, yay, to not getting again, what you can. All right, let's not bypass that. Love you guys, but not that much.
Was there any other, bids?
No, this is just for renewal next
Just
year.
renewal.
I'll put it out to bid.
Okay.
We've not had any issues with them. Their services have been good. They've been, very good at staying close to me on any issues or schedule changes. So I didn't see a reason to try to put out a bid based on, services.
Sure, okay. So we need to approve this for another year.
Yeah.
So we,
I second. Motion made and seconded, to approve the agreement for another year, to be rebid in 2026. All those in favor, or is there any discussion?
I've got one question. The annual floor care rates of $2,489.95, are those done, are both of those done once a year or?
That's if and when we request it.
Okay, so it's not necessarily done annually.
No,
Okay.
Let's see here. The full annual, well, they listed annual, but we do the full floor care about every 3 years. We just done that this year.
Okay,
I try to keep that on a 3-year cycle, and then basically in between, if we need something, that light floor care, that's just they'll come in and buff it. The full floor care is stripping everything down and waxing,
okay. And do they buff it every year then?
if we request.
If you request.
Yeah.
Thank you.
who's in charge of that, Barry? The company?
Joel Warner.
Okay.
Good discussion, anything else? Seeing none, I'll look for a vote, so all those in favor of accepting the agreement, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. All right. One more time, then, next order of business, I'll turn it over to Ms. Levia.
Oh, no, you're fine. Hello, everyone. I would like to formally request a MCS program assistant, please. This was the position that Heather held. She helped me with all sorts of things, and her absence has only reminded me of how much she really did help me. So I would like to request that I'm able to post that position, or that you all, it's in the budget.
You tabled it last meeting.
Yeah, I tabled it because I was still grumpy because she left. She found a better paying job, and I can't say that I blame her, so I will go ahead and mention that if you all want to bump that up a little touch, that would be awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you, I checked into like teacher's aides for schools and things like that, and that is just, it's a very different job, first of all. But also, I learned that they don't pay the teachers' aides anything at the schools.
Which is why there are none, which is why children are home.
Yeah, right, and so I thought to myself, maybe, and I didn't know if it would be appropriate to say, look at like UPS or Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, because they do pretty well. They offer a pretty good amount. And they don't have to require a degree, which this job also does not require a degree, so that's kind of the basis that I thought about, but anyway.
What was Heather's salary when she left?
16 something?
Yeah.
16.
A little over 16.
The position we recommended for the 4-H program assistant, I think we decided 18 at the last meeting. That helps.
I think that would be,
We my question. how much can we pay this person without putting them above some people that are already?
Yeah, how do we pay the people we have currently? Not a budget.
One step at a time.
We do have budget for it, and, I will say, thank you for pointing that out about the people that are already here that are not making as much as they could be making and deserve to be making. They're amazing workers, like they do the most. And, I think it'd be great if they could get a raise also, but and that way we could bring up the FCS program assistant a little bit higher.
What benefits did they get?
What benefits?
Yes.
They got the regular benefits package. They're a full-time employee. Yeah.
Prescription retirement, our retirement is awesome. Sick leave, vacation.
Okay. Versus
Employee education program, they want to go back into classes.
It's a good job. It's definitely
There's a
worth
lot
it.
of great mileage compensation.
Do they get the automatic state CPI? That's the,
It's like the cost of
yeah,
living.
oh, thank you, cost of living.
So I know we're a little bit off subject as far as the program assistant, but so in our budget that we budgeted for 2% increase. Hopeful that we'll get that. I know in some years that we have not increases, but the only way to get them above that anticipated 2% increase is for you all to do a market equity study where we have to compare. That's what Lincoln is talking about, where you have to compare in your county comparable positions with comparable departments and things like that, and to see if we're in range with others in our community, like, you know, with the schools or what have you. And at that point, then we could do a market equity request. You all would approve an increase, and not a guaranteed thing. But that's the only way really to get them higher than that 2% increase. So, but for your position that you're posting, you would do a range like you did for the correct position.
I think that range would be fine. As long as we're, yeah, because the only issue is that, I feel like I would want to pay someone closer to the top of that range if they have a degree, because a lot of the people applying have at least a bachelor's. Because that's what everybody was told, to get at least a bachelor's, so everybody has at least a bachelor's. But, you know, to get those 3 to 5 years of experience and all that type of stuff, to be making, you know, salary money, you know, you have to start somewhere, and I'd like them to be able to pay their bills. If they,
And I think that's why you do the range of previous range, 16 to 20. Based on, you got some give and take there based on experience and education.
So as far as the request to, advertise for hiring, I'll make that motion.
okay.
So in your.
And you could do the 16 to 20,
Yeah, in your motion.
right?
Okay.
Need to say 16 to 20.
With the rate of $16 to $20 per hour.
And the number of hours per week.
37 and a half.
Working 37 and a half hours a week. You following me, baby? Jay says.
Danielle seconds.
I will second.
Sorry.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor, it's been seconded. A lot of good discussion. Is there anything else before we move to the vote? All right, seeing all those in favor of that motion to fill that position or open that position up within that salary range, within those hours worked. Then signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Please,
Hopefully by the end of the day.
immediately.
So-
Help.
All right, moving on to the next item. Thank you, Ms. Amelia. We'll open the floor up to Jay for budget discussion.
All right, I'm gonna put the budget up on the big screen.
I knew it was coming. I knew, I felt it. You've been prepared.
Watch that scroll.
That makes it easy.
You printed it, didn't you?
So
Yeah.
the budget that's in your packet is last year's budget. I did not print out the new one because it's could still be fluid. Okay. So, Wednesday evening, Danielle, Danny, myself, Rita, and Mark met. And we went through the numbers and made some recommendations and kind of put a budget together. So this is kind of what we came up with. Danielle and Danny have been something having since then. Talking to Kim, we in our committee, we had talked about adding a 4-H agent. Kim, talking with Kim today. She would like to speed that up to put it in this budget. So it'll be the 26-27 budget. So a year from now, okay? So that's what I've added, I've added it in here. So, income wise, the first page, first part of it is our tax income. So let me make this a little bit smaller. Hold on, let me get my maps. Can you see that, Barry?
No, I'm gonna go back here and get what's in James' copy, I didn't do that. Cause I thought that was his copy.
No,
Oh.
no, it's okay. So, real property. At 8.6 is what you guys set it at last August. Gives us $2 million income. Personal property at 18.08 gives us 704,000.
Motor vehicle tax.
The motor vehicle tax rate at 1.3 gives us 35,000. So then anticipated delinquency subtracts from that to give you 2.6 with a collection rate of 4.25. So that gives us the total of roughly 2.5 million. And then there are some telecom taxes that we receive every year. And then franchise tax. And I had to look up what a franchise tax was. The companies pay to do business in the state.
Public service account.
Public service, so we get a little bit of that. So then this next bunch is estimated reserves for capital and emergency operating. Capital improvement fund, 1.6 million, capital and equipment fund was 300,000. Those figures were pulled off of last year's. Emergency fund of 1.3. So total reserves for emergency is almost $4 million. Total available is 6.4. Then we get into the expense side. This is the support staff.
You can see the hourly rates for people.
This gives you the idea of the hourly rate that what current staff assistants are making. So we put in here the 4-H vacancy and the SCS vacancy. We've just budgeted $18 an hour. That can be adjusted.
Which one is that?
Both 4-H and FCS.
Yeah, so the 4-H, so we budgeted the 4-H, which is a vacancy, and FCS is a vacancy right now.
So now I'm like,
For your information, the 4-H closes on the 17th. So we should have a 4-H assistant pretty quick.
Both of those were in the budget last year, Shaker employees.
Yeah.
So that's not an addition.
Yeah, it's nothing new. It's just, there are a vacancy now on this budget. Okay. Well, last year they were.
Yeah.
So again, staff. So here we have some part-time that, janitor. And then we do this is a summer part-time, and it's called the Lorax grant. That person rides with the city and waters trees. So it's actually a grant that money comes to us, but we end up paying it back out. So they show up as a UK employee, but the grant helps pay for part of that.
Is that different from last year's where it just said summer camp?
No, we hired him, it's a smart part.
Well, there's two summer, yeah, there's two summer camps from last year.
Right, and we took those out,
Okay.
because as of right now, we don't plan on that, but if something does happen, we can put it right back, we can put it right back in.
So there's usually number 10 in the office.
Yeah.
Crazy.
48 true. Okay. Hello.
So then this is the, salary part of it. So, here is the amount that, the contribution that we pay to UK for having the agent that we have. We have three agents with, well, let me back up. We have two agents. The third agent is the A&R agent. When Jerry left, that position became the third paid agent. So that's Tyler. And now we have the fourth agent, is the fourth agent.
Which is awesome.
And she is awesome.
Was
Yeah.
this weekend at the Portland seed swap, we had a really good time.
Aww.
So we have that in here, and we have the spot for the new 4-H agent. And UK, this is the starting, just a number. They said, let's plug them in at 50,000 a year. And so then it goes across, that kind of gives you an amount of how much the benefits are worth. The worth about, from 50,000 salary, we get $19,000 worth of benefits. So a total cost of 69,000. So, 631,000. So then we get into, okay, so travel, all the agents have $10,000 worth of travel. So again, and they all have to be the same. UK demands that all agents get paid the same amount. So we have 5 agents that's budgeted at $10,000 each. Then we have the program assistant in here at 1,500. Janitor at 250. Most of the other staff is at 1,000. That's if they, go to training, if they go to the post office, anything like that. So we've got that at 64.5. Professional improvement is for going to, like state conventions, national conventions. There's an extra $1,000 in here for agents if they join ESP, which is a university, start out a sorority or fraternity. I really don't know which one it is now. But, if they want to go to that national convention, there's an extra $1,000 in there for that. And then everybody else, besides the agents, are all at $500. Then they can use that for any type of professional training that they want to go to.
So what's that total there? Is that 1,000 for each one?
5,000.
5,000.
All the agents are at 5,000.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, the national meeting almost every year.
Yeah, if you can't say that's a question, I can.
Okay, and then the support staff, are they still at 500?
All the support staff at 500.
Okay.
So then here we've got the, what they charge us, this is for, like IT fund. where UK supplies the IT rep and any of the licenses and things like that, they charge us fees for how many people we have. So fully staffed, 14 employees here. Then we get into the operational fund. This is where Mark came in and it really well, and we looked at last year's budget, we looked at where we stand currently with the budget. And we made some changes, we raised some, we lowered some, we kept a lot of them the same. No advertising and printing.
It fell into another category later on,
Yeah.
so we just merged the two.
Okay. We worked that into another account.
I think it was marketing and special programs, maybe.
Because there was really nothing being charged against that account. So it's into the marketing, 79,000 here. Program support, each agent gets $6,000 in program support. That goes to buy supplies for programs, things like that. And again, they're all like Alethea, food supplies, anything like that for special programs. And 4-H, anything for the kids.
Yeah, period.
If Tyler needs to do some Hope Pro or a Hay Pro or something like that, it all comes out of this.
Because that went from 34.5 last year to 42,
Yeah, because we added an agent.
and an agent, okay.
And is that enough for agents?
Something about soil samples, that's related to that too. The soil samples now.
That was in marketing.
Is that how we're at?
That was under, so the disease lab is gonna start charging $25 a sample. And we've averaged roughly 10 samples a year for the last 3 years, so that's only $250. So we're gonna take that out of the marketing.
That's plant diagnostics.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, they're gonna start charging.
So you had a choice, you can either do your 10-year average number, or you can pay $25.
That's a UK.
Some counties that have really good diagnostic station there that may not send a lot of samples, but there's others that send a lot of samples. Historically, there's not been a lot of samples sent from Boyle County. That tells me that they're being diagnosed locally. Any other questions before we move on?
What's the total on county travel and professional improvement? 56,000. What's that total? 98.
98.5.
Okay.
That is a total from that amount of updates on travel and professional improvement are entered.
Okay.
That's a non-changeable box. I can't change that. That's a. Add that.
The other issue is added. Yes, yes.
If you change it up at the top, we can change it. Now. 54.
Up or down.
Yeah. This is that.
Oh.
If you had changed the requirements that weren't on those, then it would change that one. But.
That little box for 3. And then,
Yeah. It is on the blue text add. And you're traveling for your sign.
yeah.
So tired.
So audit every year, board expands. Danny and Danielle wanted to increase that. We pay for a trip to Hawaii.
Sign me up.
Yeah, be a little perk, be on the board.
Let's do it.
Worksheet. We play that one.
So, equipment purchase, looked at that last, things like that, vehicle purchase, lease, that's mostly that's bus to for Michigan. And where that's. Just looking at last year, figured we have a lot of that, good thing.
So we didn't have to take that the night down this year. Right there.
Yeah, principal payments, interest payments,
What did town do?
We already paid the million from last year, so we just have 185 now. 185,000 gets in.
yeah, the million came out,
All right, so the interest payment,
153, 500. So, to make this, emergency operating reserve needed to be lower than the appropriation expenses. So we put 2.5 million into a 10-year capital improvement fund, 500,000 into a 10-year capital equipment fund. This kind of gives you an idea of where we just kind of put some of that money at.
That's future wants and wishes.
This is. And I would like to put a long range committee together to look at it. Because like I said in the meeting, nobody sat at that meeting thought about the agents that in Farm Bureau never dreamed about having a facility like we have today. So this is where you learn that you want to dream big. And so like Caitlin, we put in $50,000 for Caitlin to have build a greenhouse out. Not just an item, I'm talking about a full greenhouse, electric, everything, in it. We talked about this. I'd like to see a digital sign in front. Or even maybe they can talk about having a sign down here in the corner. Kind of pointing people up here.
Oh, we should pay.
We looked at additional structure. Way down the road, possibly another structure out here beside the pavilion. There's some facilities, there's some counties that have some livestock working facilities to be able to do demonstrations, so Tyler could do a shooting side BQA and some things like that. So that's kind of where we put that 2.5 million.
we do have a good cow.
I will say,
Yes.
Jay, I will say on some of those buildings, some of those structures, there are programs that our county money can be coupled with other things. Yes, to be able to maximize our dollars. Yeah, so rural business development grants are one option. Kentucky Ag Development Board is another option for a couple of those structures to put up. Yeah, see through, Kentucky Office of Ag Policy. Yes, there's farmers market grants and things like that that are matching funds that are 50-50. But, we can take advantage of a lot of stuff like that. That would help our dollar go a lot further if that's something that's great. Right.
I was able to speak to two of the worker agents on potential out, like things they want to add and walk-in coolers for both food and plant life was presented. I think that would be a great option.
Oh, I have another idea that happened earlier today from a conversation that I had with trying to figure out how we're gonna have multiple transit vans on the same day. Can we get another transit van? And then maybe like 4-H can have one, and then they have it for every single day that they use it every single day, every minute of every day, 7 days a week, and then the rest of us can have a van. I just need one maybe like 8 times a year.
We
But 4-H needs one every day.
We actually put another vehicle in here, so.
Like a 12 passenger. Because the homemakers, they got excited, they can get in and out of the van now, we're going everywhere. So we need a lot of room for them, and their walkers, so. It needs to be
Again, this is just a fluid, but like in fiscal year 28, we put in 55,000 for a vehicle.
That'd be cool.
And then out in 2031, another vehicle, looking at replacement, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We did not put another pressure cannon for you in here, Alicia.
That's okay. I got one gifted to me by a nice lady. Well, her family, after she passed away, brought all her canning stuff to me. So now I have multiple pressure canners, and she had a whole stockpile of brand new jars that had not even been opened.
Awesome.
Like,
It's a win.
this is a win. They're expensive. Have y'all seen?
Sweet thing around it.
I get a lot of dead people stuff.
So that's why,
Moving back to that,
yeah,
That's why
got a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you all look at our 5-year and 10-year plans?
We did, so when we first got the 10-year plans that we created in the CEC, they were for facilities that we currently have. And I think that is indicative of future potential structures. So I think that the next CEC meeting we have, that would be a discussion we have of what programs we want to see.
Yeah, need to.
Because yeah, we've got none of the discussion around houses in the future,
Yeah, because
based on
that's,
new building.
yeah,
is all
that's
what we
really
have.
needs to drive
Yeah.
that.
right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's where I think if we could put a long-term planning committee together and get some ideas. You know, where, again, you dream. This is where you dream. But dreams come true. So-
It's fun.
I'll be on it.
Yeah. Kids
So
just-
bottom line, basically, total extension budget for next budget year is close to $6.5 million. 6.475.
I make a motion, we approve that budget as presented.
I'll second.
Motion made, seconded. Well, a lot of information, so I'll pause for a second if there's any discussion or any other comment that can be made first.
Yeah, I want to see some. Okay, you got 6 million there. How much should we bring? What's the difference?
Yeah, it'd be helpful if we had like this last year's and then the new
Okay.
budget, you know, like right beside. It'd be helpful.
Side by side.
So last year gross income was 2.61.
Well, but
And this year's 2.6.
This year is 2.672, so almost the same.
A couple of comments, Jay, if I might. First of all, I want to thank Jay for all the work that he put into this. This was a much more streamlined process this year.
yeah.
And he went through all of last year's budget, and we have adequately funded the needs of every program that we could see. Now, with that being said, there are some of those line items that are historically underutilized. But we gotta put the money there in case it is weak.
Right.
Right. So at the end of the year, there will be some unused funds. Your dreams may come true quicker than you think.
Right.
Transit van,
Everybody loves the dreams coming true quicker.
especially if it's a transit van.
So what's the rate of this year?
8.6 was last year.
9 was last year's.
So that's what this budget is made on the tax rates that you agreed on last August. So this is, it's kind of funny, because there's a 6 months kind of a offset. Yeah,
So we are.
yeah, the personal property, you gotta go over quite a bit. And our total spend, what was our total spend number? We got 2.6, I can't see where it is. I'm sorry, that's okay, but 2.6 is our total income, and then what's our projected spend?
2.8.
No.
We're going down. Yeah, almost 200. Okay. All right.
There was total appropriation expenses.
Yes, we got So that would put us at 5 agents according to this one.
That's what we got. You gotta do that maintenance. You gotta be out, you're gonna bid bids, you gotta travel, you gotta bring in sports. All that. So, yeah, I understand that. We need to know.
Yes, we've been discussing that for the last few years at the district board. The need for, the 4-H agent is based on the population of which she serves. She serves the highest population. In this area.
Right.
And, so, and that continues to grow. So having a second agent would allow that programming support to filter out appropriately, even that, responsibility and workload that she has.
Also a comment is, this was made from Kim. Retirement is not too far down the road. Right. And I understand. And Kim's comments today is that it takes 2 to 3 years to train a new 4-H agent.
And the last thing you want to do is wait till she retires and then hire 2 new ones who have no idea what they're doing.
You lose kids, you lose a whole set of kids.
And one of the main reasons we went with the county director rather than manager position, if you remember, is so we could hire.
Right, I understand.
So I think somebody that falls in that range of 4-H that can also do some of the fine arts that you guys have mentioned and those kind of things. I think would be the ideal candidate.
But that was Kim's. Let's do it next year, let's start training, let's get a couple of years under. But when would this person, if we approve this, when would we possibly advertise and get one hired? We could advertise at any time up to July 1st. That's the next budget cycle. And
So later this year.
I'm just trying to get out.
Yeah.
So
So maybe we
let's
start
get a program assistant in place
Yeah, thanks.
and going, and then we can look at a 4-H agent.
That would be really good.
And this budget includes enough to support all the agency, all the different agents, enough for 4-H with that growth, with the extra agent.
And all the assistants as well.
With this budget, approve a raise for our students.
It all in that is 2% raise and nothing further.
That's already in 10.
The 2% is already in these figures, yes.
Because that was the question we had is there a way to pay them?
And we're not guaranteed that 2%. This is just budgeted at 2%.
And the only way to get more than 2% is to do the study that you mentioned.
Which we did motion in second and carry at our last meeting to do that market equity analysis.
Okay,
You just weren't here to hear that.
okay.
We did motion to have that done.
So if UOK does not approve the 2%,
Then we'll just have extra money in the budget.
but can we approve the 2%?
No.
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 Now, if you guys want to do a market equity study, you may have to have those comparable salaries.
I think we did. We motioned, we asked for, we voted, we carried.
So how does that process take place?
Well, it was supposed to have taken place before this meeting. Yeah, but it did not.
But how is that done? How is that done? What is the process?
We usually just email, the HR person for the city. Kinsey was mentioning I could do the library. I hadn't thought about there. Yeah.
You don't always rely on schools because.
Oh, no,
In
they're
general, are so
very
underfunded right now.
They're very low. and
That would be like comparing apples to oranges.
So this is an internal review. This is not something that
Oh,
you
no.
hire a third party to
No,
come in and do.
No, we can just get that and we'll bring that information to you.
Okay, all right.
So we started with the school, we found out how low they paid. And then kind of-
Yeah, it kind of discouraged, it discouraged me a great
What
deal.
job titles do you all look at when you all ask for your ranges, just curiosity?
Any position that doesn't require a degree, because this position doesn't require a degree. That like, kind of like, we go with like teachers assistants or paraprofessionals or. Yeah, like I usually try to find,
Well, I thought all the administrative assistants.
So like I suggested the library because we have assistants who do programming, so might
Yeah.
be comparable, so I can't promise we pay a whole lot more than teachers do. But
What about
they're at least something.
The,
something's probably, yeah.
the art center, isn't there an assistant for the art center?
I think they have a programming manager. I can find out about that though. Yeah.
That,
Yes.
Center, what about you did the center?
Yeah,
And that,
I've
and
used
they
that a little
follow-
bit before
You
too.
already have.
Ephraim
actually,
there's.
there's a motion on the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, we do need to have.
There's several jobs that you
Uh,
do not require degrees. There's surgery. There's endotechs that do not require degrees. So when you all go hunting, please let me know,
Definitely, thank you. Thank you,
because I can give you wording to look for.
that'd be good.
So I made the motion to approve the budget as presented, because he did second.
So it's major seconds. So we've had a lot of good discussion, I think, about this, and several other things. So, we'll just, unless there's any burning questions or things we need to address, I'm gonna move to a vote.
Well, the only last thing I have is that if I go by your numbers, which you told me, that leaves about a $700,000 roll. Is that what you figured out? Okay, I'm good.
All right, so all those in favor of approving the motion as presented for the budget for the next fiscal year, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. All right, motion passes.
Now Rita, can they make a motion to do a market equity increase of additional 2% or 3%?
And I don't want to motion that until we know what we're.
Depending on what we find out, or
We would need to have that.
It's gotta be validated.
Yeah, yeah. It does, but we also are on a very, very top timeline with that, because the board of trustees, they meet, they make that final approval.
When do they meet?
They meet in May.
So our June
So-
meeting isn't quick enough.
No, they'll meet before the end.
So can we meet,
we can
Next month.
do an April,
And-
we can do an April meeting.
this is the only thing on the budget, we're not gonna be here all night kind of meeting?
What is-
I mean, on the agenda, not the budget.
Does that give
I
all
think,
the pieces that need to happen internally enough time to happen? If we
oh
need,
yeah, I think we'll be
if
fine.
we have a special meeting for that,
I think you'd be okay. Cause that would be like.
Yeah, in defense of. We thought we could put some numbers together fairly quickly, and we found out we could.
Sure, if I need to help at all, probably, your girl has to talk, so.
I think we can make them happen if you do it at your first meeting.
what was
So
that?
that leaves.
I think we can make them happen if you do it at your meeting.
Okay.
What was the
First
date?
Monday of April.
April 14th, is that right?
Second.
April 7th.
First thing that's coming through. But it's okay, but only for Lincoln, not Will. Will's also you can write to them.
Because the first one is the 31st. April.
Yeah. Then we'll have that meeting at 5:30.
Because they were probably.
5:30.
So 7th, the 7th of April, 5:30.
All right, any other meeting time we need to discuss? It's
We
either-
meeting June the 2nd.
That's the next regularly scheduled one, and this special call to discuss the market information. That's usually April 7th. At 5:30.
So it's a special call meeting, that's all we can talk about.
How about that?
Around 30.
It's gonna be on April 7th.
April 7th, 5:30.
Can't get a bunch of talkers in the room and not make some boundaries.
All right, I threw out June 2nd, out in the middle of the summer, and I put a cookout in parentheses. Would you guys be interested
You mean the
in?
potluck style?
Huh?
Potluck style? Y'all bring something?
Yes.
I think make it simple.
With
Hamburger, chicken, or chips.
the extension office will supply the meat,
I gotta sign.
if you guys want to bring a side.
You bring a chip. Oh, yeah.
Can I bring some brats?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I know what she's bringing, and I don't know what I'm bringing, okay?
I'll let it be my side then.
She smoked that leg, but I don't know what I'm bringing.
You gotta do something.
That's my standby, but she loves them so much. I'm making for her.
I'll give you a choice. Would you prefer smoked brisket or pulled pork?
I'm a brisket girl myself, but I'll take either. I'll take either.
We have a smoker that's not been fired up. So
Gotta test it.
we need to test it out. So we can do a brisket.
Yeah, we're just getting some hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring my turkey dogs. I'm not having
June
today.
June 2nd is this date. June 2nd. All right.
Do you have it?
5:30.
Here you go. Oh, it's a short agenda.
I'll be coming back.
We've been on this other agenda.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
If there's nothing to vote on, we'll just get together and eat. Is that okay?
Okay, so I'm just gonna put Central Board cookout.
Is that here?
Yeah.
We're gonna.
All right. We can do it out of class.
Can we try the weather this take a tour around?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd love that.
Especially if we're going to, get some of your all's ideas. You're putting some go on this 5 and 10 year plan.
Yeah.
And I know it may be after the fact, but I
No, it's
I'm
great.
not 100% sure where our boundaries. I think I know when they start mowing, but
Sure.
did we ever get an answer to whether or not the lot next door is for sale?
Want to buy some land.
I don't know.
It's like the extension on it might be interested in buying some money.
There was talk about going towards the distillery. I've heard that, but that's all before me.
Part of the some neighbors in the north.
Yeah, so I don't know who. We can find out who owns it.
Joe Mike. Out of Russ. Not saying he's trying to buy a lot up there on the other side. Yeah, all the way up there, but I guess I'm.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to own $6 grand, even if you didn't do anything with it right away. For protective and for future expansion. We can have that conversation then down the road, next couple of months. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is there any other meetings, CDC meetings or anything that needs to be announced? There's a CDC meeting. What did we?
CEC.
Or sorry, meeting.
CEC,
Okay.
but then you're on.
County Extension Council.
It's when.
That's the joint. Okay.
What did they say?
But none of us have heard.
I don't have it written.
I don't have any.
March the 18th,
Tuesday.
but I'm working, but tell me.
Don't look at the president of the CEC because she doesn't have it in her calendar.
I don't know what is it.
We did, I'll go home and look at my notes and email out.
Okay.
We picked the dates. This month.
Yeah.
Oh, this.
CEC this month?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, wait, no, that's not Friday. That's a Tuesday.
That's a Tuesday.
So-
That's a week from
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I don't think I can come.
I'll have to do some sweating schedule.
March the 18th. I will be in Burbage.
Ooh, I'll just be at work.
That's supposed to be
You're
in
not
Vegas.
advertising that date yet?
No, I will make sure I'll confirm you guys if it's not, or if it is that date, then we may look at postponing, just because there's gonna be so many things we should work on. Postpone it to April.
When you wanna make it April meeting?
Yeah, let's see what that's usually the what, third Tuesday of the month. So the third Tuesday will be the 15th, which is tax day. I'm not saying tax day.
Well, we don't have to file taxes until November now, guys, because we're starting to try.
What, huh?
That day will be better for.
We don't need to do taxes on that. We're part of the plan.
Move it to the
I
fifteenth.
already did them.
Of April, I'm okay with that.
When
Just look at the menu.
we gonna do it?
Yeah.
April 15th.
At 6:30?
Yes, sir.
The 15th at 6:30 of April.
15th at 6:30.
Everybody
You
hear that?
good with that? You good with the meal? Do you help with that? You got it.
Okay.
The president.
Is there any public announcements for this evening's meeting?
Okay, wait a minute. April 15th is the CEC meeting.
Yes,
Yes.
15th at 6:30.
6:30.
Sorry, okay.
Public announcements, I think everyone. Oh, gosh, with
Okay.
your food bank, sitting there is interested in helping with volunteers, just let them know. Kathy Stringfield, the secretary, is your contact person.
And when's that gonna start?
It starts on March 21st. That is
Friday.
very soon, a week from Friday. And we already have all of our volunteers scheduled for March and for April. And we're starting May signups
Awesome.
for volunteers to hand out.
What day was May?
No, May 16th. May 16th. Yep, it's the third Friday of each month. Volunteers are needed from 10 to 2. Service is from 12 to 2. I do have a flyer now. I'll send that out in the email to y'all.
Can I sign up to be a volunteer?
Yeah.
Can you hold that date for the 16th for just you?
I can.
We had something first.
You email, JTHECD2. Just you go to
You sign up. for
email, don't you?
Yes.
Well, you said something about a little chair.
Yes. We need 10 to 2.
Yep.
I'll let you know.
Alright. And your inbox, you post vote. Secretary.
Other announcement before we turn.
Oh, yes.
Better not be, because I just sent him the note.
This is, well, this is a sign. You can adjourn it for
Okay, let's adjourn. All those in promotion. All right. It's already done. All those in favor, say aye. All right, motion passes.
Okay,
So.
so,
Judge Shirley seconded, by the way.
Yeah.
on March the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, there is going to be a play at St. Mary Church. And yours truly will be in the play.
Right.
Anybody wants to come and have a laugh?
No, we're not.
Oh my God.
When is this? Where is it? What time is it?
This is
begin?
at St. Mary and it is starts at 7, is that right? 6:30?
Make sure.
On Facebook. It's called Misery Loves Company. And I'm the sheriff of the site,
Listen to this name.
Sheriff Daisy Glock. And I have a deputy called Chip Pringle. It's a really funny play, but if you see something to entertain you one of those nights, you have to get a ticket, it's $5, but it's on.
We do, we're on.
Thanks everybody for coming out tonight.
Thank you, team. Got it.
I'm 30 days, sir.
Oh, you bet. Pizza nuggets.
They're daddy, but I was gonna look at that.
Whether it's